Hello, Penny here. Today on my garden podcast. What are these? Red hot pokers. Oh, Casper. You're always here, aren't you? Having a little look. So nosy, these creatures. What's going on? Oh my God. He's up the palm tree. He literally just went up it. Oh, the dog's now got an old football. I don't know where from. But anyway, it's chaos. Got my hands on some red hot pokers. I can't be going around doing podcasts. I haven't got my eye in for the season yet. So, what are we doing here? Right, we're at the Mediterranean sun terrace bed with aforementioned palm tree, and I'm putting in the ground, in the base of the box, basically. If you remember from series 1 and 2, I might have mentioned the Mediterranean sun terrace. Hasn't quite swung into action yet, given it's the early days of March. It's flipping freezing, but you know, you can plant and plan. And so we picked these up in a supermarket, as you do. And a red hot poker is a vibrant, beautiful thing. It kind of looks like an upside down pineapple. This one is red and orange, red hot poker, giving that away there. Planting time, February to April, tick, check. Not skidding in at the first week of May, which is what I normally do, late to planting. And then it flowers between July and September. It's about 75 centimetres tall. Disappointingly, not all plants will produce flowers in the first year, but they will in the second year. Plant as soon as possible after purchase. Haven't quite achieved that. They have actually been in a warm kitchen. So let's open up the box and see what's afoot. And Casper's very interested in the spring. I think animals do know it. We know it, don't we? We can smell spring in the air. And the animals are very excited. Joey and Casper are chuffed. I'm in the garden. A bit like Steve, who's whipped out his microphone. He's also chuffed I'm in the garden, which means he can crack on with My Garden Podcast, Season 3. Series 3? What do we call it in this country? In the UK?
We're calling it Season 3.
We're calling it Season 3, like the Americans might. Are we going to have a season finale in November?
We always have a season finale. You're in it.
Oh, yeah. It's just like the word finale. So Steve, midwinter, put in on top of this bed, which was desperately needed actually, a load of the nice compost that we'd been growing, developing, composting, really nice mulchy stuff. But I've just found 2 avocado stones, which never compost, do they? They just never. I think they'd still be there during a nuclear winter, to be honest. The avocado nut. Right, so open the bag. Red hot pokers. I'm not promised anything actually. It just says £3. So how many did you get? Well, we'll find out. So anyway, it's quite dusty in there, as you'd imagine, from a bag that's been sitting in the kitchen for 3 weeks. And what we've got is some tubers. Some tubers with a bit of growth already happening. Wow, that's beautiful. That is really, well, it's quite an ugly thing. It looks like something you might make out of pipe cleaners and then put pins in. It looks a bit like a voodoo doll with loads of legs. But those are the roots and they are pretty chunky. Coming off the top there, wow, is a very pale Nymphoria. Let's have a look. Nymphophia uvaria. You didn't come here for gardening expertise, I tell you that now. So what I've got is 3 of those, 3 voodoo dolls to put into the ground. Got my trusty trowel, my favourite trowel of all time. And I'm just going to dig into that, maybe come across some more avocado and tea bags. We've got a lot. I think our compost is mostly tea bag from all our endless cups of tea that we have. So I'm trying to put the legs of the roots downwards as much as I can, but they're a bit curly. They're curling round a bit, but put enough soil on top and it'll all work out, won't it? That's the inexpert element of this podcast that you've come for. It's just give it a go. Give it a go. Oh, now I've got a bit of a crisis here. I say crisis, I don't mean that, do I? I mean conundrum. Where I've got roots and plants both growing in the same direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to plant them all in, because I get the impression that roots and stems are all pretty much the same thing. It's just when one grows above ground level, it becomes, oh, I don't know. Please don't write in. Don't write in, tell me I'm wrong. I already know that. So anyway, I think these red hot pokers are going to go really nicely in this bed, because we've got some grasses and the the small miniature pampas grass, and then these beautiful sort of tropical colours of the red hot poker are going to be poking out of the bed at some point, maybe in this year, maybe in the next couple of years. Although that one I've just put in looks already like it's got the beginnings of that beautiful pokery. It's not even a poker, I don't know how to describe it. It's like a big cone, upside down cone shape. It's got the beginnings of one of those poking up already. So that's a pretty easy job to ease back into the garden. Stick some bulbs in. I always thought bulbs were a November thing, a September, October, November thing. But no, you can plant Right, we'll just leave it there. Red hot pokers in the ground between February and April. Tick, check, job done. Sit back, have a coffee in the Mediterranean sun terrace area when it's warm enough, and watch your garden grow. Right, better crack on. I've got to go out tonight. Oh, don't really want to.